Grade 1 Sword Dancer Invitational Breeders' Cup Challenge event for the Longines Turf, Randy. Highest last race by your speed figure. 4 of them at 104. Big picture, Sadler's Joy, Hunter O'Reilly, and Money Multiplier.
A tie.
Good afternoon. I'm First Alert meteorologist Ben Terry here in the Storm Center with a new update for you from the National Weather Service. We have a tornado warning out now in effect for central Vernon Parish until 4:15. At 3:38, the radar indicated a possible tornado near New Lano or near Leesville, moving northwest at 25 miles per hour. So if you live near Anacoco by 4:05, this storm heading your direction, also near Hornbeck by 4:15. So this storm is moving out of our primary viewing area up in the northern sections here, but we're going to stay on it just for a minute here to kind of give you an update and a heads up, since this warning does include the Leesville area. Although at this point, I think if there is a possible tornado, it's going to be north of the Leesville area. Now let's take a look at it. These are, again, these outer rain bands associated with Harvey, now Tropical Storm Harvey, that are producing these little quick spin-ups. But like we saw earlier, they can and do occasionally produce damage, like we had down in the Hackberry area with that storm earlier. Here it is on the radar. Not seeing a whole lot when it comes to the rotation with this. Again, this was going to be a radar, I believe, indicated rotation earlier, so the rotation may have looked a little better there and then sort of weakened a bit, and that's what happens a lot of times with these storms. You see a little bit of rotation and then it goes away in a couple of sweeps. So again, if we see a possible tornado, likely going to be in the location generally here along LA 8, again west of Leesville near the Caney community. Could have a little bit of a quick spin up there, again heading toward the Anacoco area by 4:05. Also, if you live in Pickering, be in that safe place as well. So if you live in a mobile home, just make sure to move to something a little more sturdy. Avoid being near windows, and if you're outside, make sure to seek shelter indoors. If you're in a vehicle, move to whatever the closest substantial shelter is, and protect yourself and protect your head from the flying debris. Again, one of these little quick spin-up tornadoes here with this, looking at some of our different velocity products and trying to see if we are seeing any kind of markers here with our shear markers. And again, not seeing a whole lot of definition with where this possible tornado would be located at this point, but our best guess is that it's going to be somewhere in the vicinity here of south of the Anacoco area at this point, moving quickly. So these storms that develop here really don't, by the time they develop, like the one that we saw earlier in Cameron Parish, they're already pretty much either no longer producing tornado or they've already weakened at this point. But again, the warning is until 4:15 and does include the northwestern part here of and northwestern part of Vernon Parish for the possibility of a tornado, again located near Anacoco by 4:05 and 4:15 in the Hornbeck area. So again, the possible tornado was located over New Lano at 3:38. So just a few minutes ago is when we had the possible tornado. So I would say if you live in the town of Leesville, the city of Leesville, go ahead and also stay in that safe place for the next few minutes until this blows over. And again, this is a quick little shower here that's really amounted to just a tropical downpour that's producing this possible tornado. Again, haven't had any reports of any confirmed tornado with this, but as we saw earlier, take these storms seriously. When the warning is issued, you can have a little time to react with these tropical downpours that move over the air. They're moving so quickly that a lot of times they can develop, even storms that aren't warned here can develop these little quick spin-up tornadoes with little to no warning. So again, we're going to stay on this storm a little bit longer. I think we're going to maybe just watch things over the next few minutes. I think once it passes north of the Leesville area, we'll let you get back to programming. In the meantime, though, I wanted to give you an update on the latest with Harvey. Right now, the storm is a tropical storm now. It has weakened. The winds are down to 65 miles per hour. It's located about 45 miles northwest of Victoria, Texas. That's the current position of the storm. So those winds are weakening, and I think what's going to be happening at least over the next couple of days is as the storm weakens and these winds around the storm weaken even more, I think that this tornado threat will lessen a bit for us. But at least through this afternoon and through tonight, we're going to keep these outer feeder bands associated with Harvey in our vicinity here, moving up across southwest Louisiana. And it's those outer rain bands, even though we're located about 250 miles or so away from the storm center here, that are going to give us problems into the evening. That's why we have that tornado watch. It's in effect here for southwest Louisiana. Actually does not include Vernon Parish, ironically. It's for Calcasieu, Cameron, but anywhere in southwest Louisiana I think would have that potential at some point of seeing a quick spin-up tornado. Right now we also have flash flood warnings that are in effect for the western part of Calcasieu and the southwestern part of Beauregard parishes. We've had a lot of rain here fall just this afternoon. In fact, radar is estimating in these areas here of western Calcasieu Parish rainfall amounts in the Vinton area down near Carlos, 4 inches of rain. Northwest of Hackberry, radar estimating about 5 inches of rain. So we've already seen some flash flooding going on in these areas this afternoon. And it doesn't take much with these tropical rain bands to create problems in a short period of time. And that's something that we're really going to have to be worried about going into tomorrow and Monday as well, with some more of these additional heavy rain bands moving in. Our computer models are showing these tropical downpours really moving in our area as we go through Sunday. In fact, I'll show you kind of what we're looking at through time here. We have these tropical rain bands over us now. We may see a little bit of a lull in the activity by tonight, but going into Sunday, I think we're going to have another round of some heavy rain, perhaps flooding problems as we go into Sunday morning and afternoon with the way our models continue to show these just additional storms moving through our area and tropical downpours. Even into Monday, I'm really concerned about Monday as well for the potential for more flooding rains here across southwest Louisiana. That's why our forecast is calling for this potential to be just a multi-day event here, because of the fact this is such a slow-moving system and has the potential to dump a lot of rain across southwest Louisiana over the next week, with the fact this storm is just now stalling out over Texas here and really not moving much over the next several days. That 4 o'clock advisory is out now from the National Hurricane Center, so what I'll do is show you what they've got as far as the latest on the track associated with Harvey. Right now, again, located moving stationary, so it's really lost its movement at this point, but the good news is it's going to stay likely over land, and even if it does move back down toward Corpus Christi and reemerge into the Gulf briefly, we are not expecting at this point any intensification other than just a tropical storm or even a tropical depression. There's your cone all the way out through next Thursday, keeping the storm over central Texas. So again, we're on the air because of a tornado warning. We'll go over things one more time here briefly with you, and we'll get you back to your programming that I know you're ready to get back to. We do have a tornado warning out, though, for the central and northwestern parts, again, of Vernon Parish. Possible tornado here near the Leesville area, moving toward the northwest, and will be near Anacoco by 4:05. And again, let's see, we have an update here from the National Weather Service. It says there was the public or someone reported a possible tornado near Pickering. That was at 3:30. So that's when they got that report of a possible tornado near Pickering. So it's going to be out of the Pickering area and really out of the Leesville area at this point if we are seeing the possibility of a tornado. But you see the area here in this red box. This is the area that is in the warning. So if you live really anywhere, say Leesville north to Anacoco or Hornbeck, you need to be in that safe place here for the next few minutes for the possibility of a tornado. Tornado watch in effect through 2 a.m. We could see a few more of these storms. We're going to continue to watch these closely, the ones that move ashore, Cameron, Calcasieu parishes throughout the next few hours. And we're also going to be giving you a full update coming up on 7 News at 6 regarding our impacts over the next several days as Harvey continues to weaken and produce more heavy rain over southwest Louisiana. We'll get ready now to go back to your regular programming. I'm First Alert meteorologist Ben Terry. Stay with KPLC and Fox 29 for the latest weather updates.
Here comes Idaho, and he will be last to load here for the Grade 1 sword dancer.